I married the same man 7 times. He had divorced me 7 times for his first love, just so he could spend vacations with her freely, and so she wouldn't have to deal with rumors or gossip. The first time we divorced, I tried to stop him by hurting myself. I ended up in the hospital, but he didn't even come to see me. The second time, I lowered myself to apply as his assistant at his company, just so I could see him more. By the 6th divorce, I had already learned to pack my things quietly and leave our apartment without a fuss. My meltdowns, my constant giving in, and my numb compromises only led to one thing: him coming back to marry me on schedule and repeating the same old games. Until now. When I heard that his first love was returning to the country, I handed him the divorce papers first. As usual, he made a plan to remarry me later, but this time, he had no idea that I was leaving for good. Larissa's back. Let's get a divorce. I handed Jeff West the divorce papers I had already signed, my face calm and unreadable. For a second, his expression froze, but he quickly recovered. He then signed his name on the papers with practiced ease. It was the first time I had offered him the papers instead of the other way around. Still, just like the last 6 times, he said casually, "Once she leaves in a month, I'll remarry you." In the past, that line would never have been enough to curb my insecurity. I would make him swear an oath or sign a contract. Anything to feel safe. This time, I felt nothing. I had no desire to respond at all. "Helen, are you even listening to me?" Jeff frowned, clearly annoyed by my silence. I just nodded. Yeah, but my hands kept moving, folding clothes and packing them neatly into boxes. When Jeff said he would remarry me, he always meant it. Everyone in the business knew him as a man who kept his word. We didn't seem like a real couple anyway. We were like 2 business partners with a contract that needed renewal, signing 2 papers every once in a while, one for marriage and the other for divorce. By now, I had signed 13 papers. I remembered him saying at our wedding that he would never betray me during our marriage, and he hadn't. After the divorce, he was free to be with anyone he wanted. The only cost was that I became the kind of person everyone in the social circle knew could be summoned or dismissed at his whim. But today, my calmness seemed to throw him off. He could vividly remember how I had behaved during our divorce in the past. I had been hysterical, even self-destructive. Now, he watched me pack efficiently faster than ever, and he looked a little unsettled. Maybe this time, I should move out instead. I slammed the large suitcase shut with a thunk, cutting him off. I already told my friend I'd stay at her place for a few days. Jeff seemed to have thought of something, and his face darkened even further. "You're not planning to sneak into my office again, are you? Pretending to be an assistant just to spy on me? Can't you do anything for yourself? Are you so lost without a man?" I understood what he was doing immediately. He just didn't want me showing up at his office, disturbing him and Larissa Osborne. After all, she was only back for a short visit. Jeff would always hire her to be his chief assistant, staying close to him at all times. After our second divorce, I had applied and got hired as Jeff's assistant. I carried his favorite caramel latte, heart racing with hope, as I pushed open the door to his office. Instead, I found him leaning back in his chair while kissing Larissa, who was sitting on his lap. I lost it. I lunged at Larissa, fists swinging, and Jeff slapped me to the floor. People had gathered outside the office, peeking in. Everyone assumed I was still the CEO's wife, so their eyes were full of judgment as they looked at Larissa. To spare her from gossip, Jeff ignored my tears, snatched my bag, and dumped everything on the floor. The divorce papers lay there like a warning sign, announcing to the world exactly what our relationship was. From then on, every time Jeff and I divorced, he made it public on social media. Everyone knew Jeff loved Larissa. I was just a shameless woman who refused to leave his side. But this time, Jeff's worry was unnecessary. I grabbed my suitcase without hesitation. "Don't worry. I won't bother you two again." Jeff looked at me suspiciously for a moment until I pulled the suitcase handle and stepped toward the door. Then he reminded me a little anxiously, "We'll get remarried on the 13th next month. Don't forget." I paused for a second. What a coincidence. My flight out of the country was booked for the 13th. After Larissa returned, Jeff didn't think about me once. This time, I stopped obsessively tracking his every move, which I do after every one of our divorces.